What is going on, y'all, and welcome back to the Average Homeowners YouTube channel. On today's video, we are digging into one of the newest tech products that I think is going to make a huge difference when taking care of the pool. Today we're going to dig into the Gadigi Floating Pool Tester. It's a solar pool tester that you put together, log on to your home internet system. It's got its own app, and then you let it float in the pool. It charges itself, and you have a much easier time testing your chemicals. So let's get into it. All right, so at least today I get to sit in the air-conditioned part of the shop versus the 105-degree part of the shop for most of this video, because we're gonna go over exactly what the Gadigi Solar Floating Pool Tester is, how to set it up, the process involved with it. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the pool, use it, see how the chemical levels look, make any adjustments necessary, and give you a final review. So the first thing you wanna do is go ahead and unpack the kit. Now, in the kit, you're going to have a few different things. You are going to have the pool tester itself. This is the floating piece with the solar top. You're going to have a pull string for it. That's going to allow you to pull it in and out of the pool. You're going to have a little tool for tightening and loosening the chargeable water cover. There is a charging port for this as well. You're also going to have your calibration kits if necessary. It does come pre-calibrated, but if you need to recalibrate the chemicals, this is how you do it. And then it's going to have a multi-mode gateway. This is a gateway that's going to need to go onto your internet for either your home or your shop. That way it can talk to the pool monitor, get the data, and send it to the app. You're also going to get a care and use guide, and I would say, especially with something like this, you want to read all the way through this before you begin. I know most of us don't like to read instructions, we like to just go, but I think in this case, it may be necessary. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is pull out our phone and download the app, and I'm gonna show you just how to do it here. You're gonna go to the App Store, search for the Tuya Smart app. You're gonna go ahead and download that app. You're gonna accept the notifications, accept local networks. Go ahead and open that app up, and now we're ready to get started. We've got that part done. Next, we're gonna add our mobile gateway, or our multi-mode gateway. Let's go ahead and open that box up and get our little gateway out. Now this gateway does use a USB drive. It does not come with a USB adapter. So if you need a USB adapter, or if you don't have a USB outlet or something to plug into, make sure you get a USB adapter. It does use USB-C on the end that goes into the gateway, but that does not affect the normal USB used for the power. Okay, so I had to run and get a USB adapter because I didn't know it didn't come with one. So just log that in your memory there. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in and get started. Okay, so now that we have the multi-mode gateway plugged into an outlet, it's in range of our Wi-Fi and our phone for Bluetooth. We're gonna go ahead and go back to our phone, in the app, go to Add Device, and we're gonna see Gateway pops up. Then we're gonna go ahead and put it onto our Wi-Fi. And it is going to slowly add and update via the Wi-Fi. We're going to go ahead and do a firmware update, which is going to get everything in the multi-mode gateway up to what the current specs are in technology. All right, so that's completed and the gateway is good to go. So now that we've got our gateway connected, the next thing you want to do is hook your monitor, your pool monitor, and connect it to your gateway. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to use the tool that comes in the kit, and you're going to use the small end of it. There is a button, a screw that says reset. You're going to want to put the small end on there and unscrew that reset button. It is very tight. It's got a rubber seal on there because it does need to be waterproof. So make sure you use the tool and don't use pliers or tear this thing up. You don't want to ruin your investment before you even get to use it. So now we're going to long press the red button inside of this for 5 seconds. That's going to reset this and allow it to be added into the gateway. But before we press that button and add it in, we've got to prep the app. So we're going to go back to the app for just a second, and we're going to go from Bluetooth to Zigbee, and we're going to click Add Device. This is going to add a sub-device underneath of our gateway. So now we're going to depress that for 5 seconds, to put it in pairing mode. And we've got our blinking red light. Okay, and with that, one device has been successfully added. That's our SO3, and we are good to go. And as you can see on the screen right here, we've got all of our measurements for everything that this pool chemical measurement device is going to measure. Now let's get the rest of the prep work done, get it in the pool, and see how our chemicals are reading. We're going to put this back in, make sure we do it as tight as possible with our fingers, and then we're going to use our tool to just snug it up. Do not over tighten this. These are not metal pieces, these are plastic. You don't want to strip them out or break them. Okay, so to do our final prep for this, we need to remove some of the covers. So we're going to take off the outer cover. We're going to take off the pH cover. Now you don't want to unscrew this up here at the neck where it looks like you probably should. There's a smaller cover that needs to come off just below that, and it's going to expose just the bottom bubble. Next, we need to remove our other sensor cover, which is just a pull-off cover. That's going to monitor everything else using the different magnetic fields and testing abilities. I don't really know exactly how these things work, so I'm not going to go into that. Just know you need to remove both covers before it goes in the water, and then you want to reattach your outer cover carefully. That way those units are protected inside of your tester. All right, so let's go put this in the pool and then see how the readings look and see what I think. I'll give you my full review in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and get this in the pool, do a little readout on our phone, and see what chemicals we need to add or subtract to make sure that this pool is right when we go to get into it this afternoon. And it just went in, it's already starting to give us a reading. Okay, so our pH is a little high. Chlorine looks to be within range. It's not giving us a free chlorine reading, so that's fine. Okay, so our ORP is a little low. Our pH is a little bit high, so we might need to add some muriatic acid. Salt is okay. TDS is a little low. So what I really think we need to do here is probably add a little muriatic acid, up our chlorine a little bit, and we should be good. We have low dissolved particles, but that's not really a big deal. And this also measures electric conductivity, which ours is a little high. I'm not even sure what that is. I'll need to dig into that a little more to figure out if that's something we need to adjust or not. And it looks like we need to add a little bit of chlorine, so once we get all that done, we'll run to the pool shop today. We'll get this all dressed up. But let's get back in the shop, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the setup process and this product. All right, so back in the shop, decided to go to the book and do a little research, and yes, it is showing my free chlorine is too low and my pH is too high, which means we're going to need to add some muriatic acid and we're going to need to add some chlorine. We're not going to add chlorine to the actual pool. We're going to up the circulation amount on the tab dispenser. That way we get a little more into the pool, and we're going to monitor this on a daily basis to make sure we get it to the right amount, and then we'll dial it back to where it stays even. For the muriatic acid, we're going to go ahead and grab 2 gallons and add that in because we are way above range on our acidity, so that will help with that. But this book, I mean, it kind of gives you all the information you need about, not necessarily ranges for your pool, but it does cover exactly, calibration points, what you may or may not need to change based on the size of your pool and things like that. But I would say give this a good read through. Overall, my thoughts on this for the price are that it was a great buy off of Amazon. Obviously, I've got all the links in the description below. If you want anything that we use on this channel, they're always down in the description. If you use some sort of digital tester, I would let me know in the comments below. That way I can look at those as well. But I think with the ease of setup, being able to just plug and play, download the app, hook the gateway up, and the gateway, as soon as you depressed the button and plugged it in, worked just fine, came right up. Everything added smoothly, which can't always be said with lower cost tech off of Amazon. So overall, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 for ease of use and setup. I will do a follow-up video in the future and give you my long-term review of it, because I don't think I can do that from just putting it in and testing it one day. But I do think it's a really good product, and I think that for the price, it is a great investment to help you manage your pool chemicals without having to guesstimate using the different little pool test kits and strips. As always, I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below. Anything you do helps the channel, helps us grow, and helps me continue to produce videos like this for you in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.